marvelous people! I bet you thought I wasn't coming back, but here we are! With a light fixture and everything. I might be a little impulsive. I don't need a lecture. Shh. Yeah, make all your sunburn jokes. I'll wait. My family likes to ski, not downhill ski, like on the water. We do water skiing. We're from Wisconsin and that's what we do there. We took the boat out last weekend and I didn't put sunscreen on. Don't do that. On the bright side, I did get in that cold water and I skied for the first time in like 7 years. I got a couple pictures, but and it looked like a toad in every single picture I got taken of me.
Here's me hyperventilating before I get in the water. Here's me hyperventilating in the water because it's cold. Here's me trying to get up. Here's me waving to mom. I'm pulling a really good face here. And I biffed. What an experience.
It's whatever, it's just what my face does. I also watched my little cousin do his first race, kind of. It got rained out. I watched him race the qualifying laps and he went really fast. You guys all know why I'm here. I did that video last week, but this week I'm here to tell you that I want to start a series. I was browsing through Reddit trying to come up with ideas for things that I could do in a series, and lo and behold, I stumbled across this really weird, interesting subreddit that's called News of the Weird. Now stick with me here. There are so many articles that people just post and find that have like really weird, strange, but interesting content, and I want to bring those all to light. I'm making this for me because I would want to watch a video like this. So without further ado, let's dive in. The first article I came across was titled, "Ain't Nobody Got Time for This. 911 Dispatcher Sentenced to Jail After Hanging Up on Thousands of Callers." You gotta be kidding me, right? You have one job and that's to answer phone calls and you be hanging up on people?
So basically what happened here is that someone walked into a convenience store that was being robbed and tried to call the police after the guy behind the counter got shot.
The phone line picked up and then it immediately disconnected. Why? It's because this person's call went through to Crescenda Williams. When Crescenda finally answered the phone after he called again, she said, "911, do you need a medical, police, or a fire?" And he just said it was a robbery. And she sighed and hung up again. Regardless of anything, she's done this many times. She got in trouble, finally, after this incident. And get this, she was sentenced to 10 days in jail with 18 months probation. I mean, she didn't take her job seriously and that probably put a lot of people in danger. I think she got off a little too easy. On to the next one. The next article comes from USA Today. The headline is, "Man who stole $1.2 million in fajitas sentenced to 50 years in prison." This one also comes from Texas. Something about Texas just got people stealing and not taking things seriously. I'm sorry if you live there. Minnesota's full of crazy stuff too. What happened here is that this man, Gilberto Escamilla, he was an employee for the Texas Juvenile Detention Center, of all places. He was stealing and reselling marinated fajita meat. Excuse me? Doesn't that stuff go bad? How are you making a profit on that? I mean, I worked at Chipotle and we couldn't keep meat for more than a day. Maybe it was 2. I can't remember. I quit after 3 weeks. He says, "It was selfish. It started small and got bigger and out of control. It got to the point where he couldn't control it anymore." How do you not control it? It's not like it's an addiction to steal meat and sell it again. Is that like a thing I don't know about? He got caught because an 800-pound fajita delivery sparked confusion. 800 pounds of meat. That's an insane amount of meat. That's like 4 people. Well, it was really fishy, not only because it was 800 pounds of meat, but also because the juvenile detention center that he was currently working at didn't serve fajitas. I mean, if you're gonna steal a bunch of meat, at least make sure you have a good alibi planned, you know? The amount of meat that he ended up stealing totaled in about $1,251,578. I wish I had that kind of money, even if it wasn't fajitas. On to the next one. This one comes from the New York Post. The title of this article is, "Hitler-loving stalker sent guy 65,000 texts after one date." That's insane. I don't think I've sent 65,000 texts in my entire life. This woman calls herself New Hitler. We're off to a strong start. She was busted for stalking him and sending him over 65,000 text messages. I thought I was excessive in my dating ventures. Okay, this woman's name was Jacqueline Aid. She was from Phoenix, and she was arrested and slapped with the charges of threatening and intimidating stalking and harassment. You don't say. Someone who calls himself New Hitler and sends some guy 65,000 text messages might be a little intimidating. How did they catch her? Some guy called the cops when some surveillance footage showed up of her taking a bath in his tub. Ooh. I don't like that, that's creepy. He was away on a trip, so he wasn't there when she was actually sitting in his tub taking a bath. She was arrested, but she never showed up to her court date. She went to this guy's place of work, tried to get in and like talk to him, but the people escorted her off the premises. Rightfully so, they probably knew about all this creepy stuff. She lied to the cops trying to say that she was his wife, and he's like, no, please, get her out, please. She sent this guy some interesting texts. I'll read them. These are kind of graphic, so, I mean, trigger warning, I guess. Oh, what I would do with your blood. I'd want to bathe in it. Another text she wrote, don't ever try to leave me. I'll kill you. I don't want to be a murderer. I'm pretty sure this lady ended up in jail. Let's lighten up the mood a little bit with a fun one. This one actually comes from HawaiiNewsNow.com. The title of this article is, a popular mermaid performer is asking for help. Someone stole her $11,000 tail. Man, what I could do with $11,000. And I would not buy a tail. This woman performs under the mermaid name Cariel. Now that's a little bit on the nose, don't you think? So someone broke into her house and stole her tail, her $11,000 tail, and she obviously uses it in performances at like hotels. It's like a touristy thing. She also advocates to kids about how to have self-confidence. I wish I could put on a tail and advocate to kids that you are special and great just the way you are. She obviously feels very violated by this. I'm sure everybody would feel violated if they had their house broken into and burglarized. I just have to quote her for this one part. These tails, there's so much money to buy and they take so long to make. And it's almost like borrowing someone's wedding dress, she said. I just want my little mermaid wedding dress back. The tail was blue and sparkly. It had over 10,000 hand-sewn sequins. I mean, if I could be bougie enough. Obviously it was made of silicone, and she contacted the police. She hopes whoever took it will return it, obviously, as we all hope, but you know, most people don't ever get their stolen stuff back. Sorry, but that thing is hocked. She asks that anyone who sees the one-of-a-kind creation is to contact the police or email her directly. So if you see this weird tail floating around any kind of pawn shops, contact Cariel. She's missing her tail. Our last article comes from FoxNews.com, which automatically means we shouldn't believe it. If you guys get skeezed out by a little bit of nasty body stuff, you can click away, I guess. The title of the article reads, Nebraska woman's runny nose from allergies turns out to be brain fluid leak. Ooh. This woman will walk around with tissues in her pocket all the time because her nose was dripping. She thought it was allergies. But the weird thing about her allergies is that they started after she got in a car accident in 2013. She says she hit her head on the dashboard and then she got chronic headaches, but that doesn't explain her chronic cold symptoms. She eventually went into the doctor to see what all this is about, and guess what? They did an MRI on her and they found out her brain is leaking. She goes on to describe the experience of what it felt like to have this condition. She goes, it's like a waterfall continuously, and then it would run to the back of her throat. Apparently, this kind of leak can happen when you get a hole in your skull and it just kind of like drips on down. Obviously, this is not a common condition. Not a lot of people have this, which is what makes it weird. The good news is though, the team of medical doctors managed to plug the hole and stopped her brain from leaking. Not everyone in the articles that I read about today might have won, but this lady did. She got her brain hole plugged. Huzzah, no more allergies. Yay, we kind of ended on a good note. So yeah, what do you think? This is a series that I'm thinking about just doing. So much weird stuff is happening. There are new articles every single day, so I have content that is unlimited and I can bring that to you if you'd like it. Slap that like button, subscribe to my channel. All my socials are in the description below. All you gotta do is go and click. Come be my friend, I'll probably follow you back. Also, if you could, if you have anyone who might like this video, go ahead and share it. Let's spread it around. I want to build a little bit of an audience, a little bit of a community, so we can have a little bit of fun here on this channel. So until next time, you magnificent people, keep it weird.